I vaguely remember what life was like before it happened. We were so young. My parents sacrificed so much for us to have meaningful education, but also really prioritized our emotional well-being, our spiritual growth. From as long as I can remember, it was just a very, very safe, loving home environment to be in. And so when it happened, chaos just ensued. It was Monday, September 26th, 1994. We got in the car and I remember my mom turning around and saying, "Guys, Mom has cancer." And so that night we got home, and I'll never forget the four of us kneeling on our camelback couch in the living room, sobbing before the Lord. You know, the household income got cut in half, but the bills tripled. And so for as long as I can remember, my dad worked 3, if not 4 jobs. We stepped into more of a caretaker type role alongside our dad. That's when things got really scary and really bad. I wouldn't wish upon my worst enemy some of the things I had to see. Every time the phone rang, it was the doctor saying, "It's an emergency, you gotta get to the hospital." By 2011, it was a Thursday night, she was screaming in pain. She had a tumor the size of a softball on her spine and couldn't move. We had to call an ambulance. And I'll never forget the image in my mind of paramedics putting my mom on a stretcher and wheeling her out of the house, and it's snowing. And in haste, my dad was just trying to get things together. He slipped down the stairs and broke his ankle while they're trying to get her to the hospital. And they went a few different routes in terms of chemotherapy, but it came to a place where they could do no more. In mid-October of 2012, a decision was made by the doctors that because they couldn't do anything more, they needed to put her on hospice. Because she became belligerent and her personality changed, and I lost my mom before I lost my mom. I hated that time. I have just the worst memories about that season of my life, and that continued for 6 weeks. You know, she was in a comatose state, and I kissed her on the cheek, and I said, "Mama, do you know what today is?" And she just shook her head. No, I said, "It's my birthday." I said, "Do you know how old I am?" She said, 135. She wasn't trying to be cute. And I just remember leaving her bedroom and going to the bathroom sink and splashing my face with cool water. Tears just ran down my face. Well, just seconds later, my sister Carmen said, "You got to get in here. You got to help me." I don't know, what are the bags that was holding blood broke. And so here I am on my birthday, hands and knees, and wiping up bodily fluids and blood. Wednesday, November 21st, 2012, at about 11:40 in the morning, the phone rang. I was at my desk in my office. Carmen said, "Get home, Mom, stop breathing." I mean, and like that, it was over. And I remember driving home the 2.5 miles that it took me, raced up to her bedroom, and she was gone. I didn't get to say goodbye to her. That was devastating. It is devastating. I miss her so much. Thanksgiving was the day after she died, and then Christmas just happened, and that was a blur. It was a very just quiet day at home. And by the spring, I'm like, okay, I'm breathing. And then the summer of 2013, an absolute tsunami hit me out of the blue. And here I am in a neurologist's office following an MRI of my brain, being told I have mild but manageable relapsing remitting multiple sclerosis. The level of trauma from Mom's situation crept up on me. I went into full-blown panic. I was having 22 severe panic attacks every single day. I created a very safe, small, stuck life. I didn't go anywhere 2 miles outside of my home. I had never felt a weight of depression and hopelessness upon my soul like that ever. I began to spiral. Fear and panic took over my whole life. And it really crescendoed to Christmas of 2013. This was probably the lowest point for me because I wasn't sure if I wanted to live. I felt betrayed. I felt abandoned. For the kid who lived life with such hope and such curiosity, both of those qualities were gone. And the feelings of betrayal and abandonment, if I'm honest, by the Lord himself, were real. I told him, it looks like you just betrayed me. I've served you my whole life. I really do believe we all will come to this place where the Lord asks us this question: what do you want me to do for you? And therein is an invitation to pursue him, to learn more of his heart, his ways, his nature. Why things happen the way they do in life, I don't know. But I am unmoved from the fact that he is a faithful, faithful Father. I am unmoved on the fact that he is eternally good. I have a lot of scars. Scars are nothing to be ashamed of. Scars tell a story of his healing hand. So in Jesus' name, may we all go forward with boldness and confidence to run into his presence, assured that he is who he said he is,